Congressman, your reaction to what's taking place here?
Well, I guess just me personally, Maria, I just have to make a choice. You know, am I going to vote for my friend Kevin McCarthy, or am I going to vote with my conscience? You know, we've just gone through almost a shutdown because we took the whole month of August off. Yesterday we came in, we said we weren't going to do any more of these continued resolutions, yet we did. 45 days, backing us right up to Thanksgiving, and we'll be right back there, and I'll guarantee you we'll pass an omnibus, and I hope you have me back on then. And the American public, frankly, is tired of it, I think. I think we need to pass a budget. Jody Arrington of the Budget Committee, you know, we haven't passed a budget in 30 years. He gave a budget. He worked out a budget. His committee did. He presented it to our conference. They gave him the obligatory golf clap and sent him on his way. And yet yesterday we came to Washington and we named a post office. So I think the American public knows what's up. I think we need to seriously look at where we're headed as a country, and $33 trillion in debt is not a good look for this country. I think we have an opportunity. Yeah. I think we are elected to do something, and yet I think we are abdicating our duties every time we do this. We really have one job, and you know that. We have to have passed 12 appropriations bills and a budget. Yet we failed to do that, and that's in the law.
Congressman, why is it so hard to take on these appropriations bills, single subject deals, and go through them and cut spending? Why is it so difficult?
I don't think it's very hard. I think if leadership would just push it, you know, we're just kind of a rudderless ship. Oddly enough, you never saw the Democrats, and everybody gets mad at me when I say this, but you never saw the Democrats lose any of these things when they put them on the floor. And now we've, we say, let's put our stake in the sand when we talk about things like the budget and things. Yet that sand is the old scriptural song is shifting sands, and they shift quite often. But I think we just have to have some guts and be honest with the American public and say we're going to do these things, then go ahead. And now we're talking about we're cutting a deal on Ukraine funding. So we've got a lot of problems, Maria, and spending is definitely one of them. And we need somebody in leadership that's going to say enough is enough with this and we're not seeing it.
Well, who would that be? Does Matt Gaetz have ideas in terms of who he would like to see as the speaker?
You know, I haven't even discussed that. I don't have any idea. I just know the way we're going right now is not the right way, and maybe it just sends a message. Unless the Democrats bail him out, I don't know. Which, you know, they claim that the continued resolution we just passed was basically their deal. So I don't know that they need anybody else. Like I said, Kevin's my friend. I just think we need to get our ship in order, and it is not right now financially. Otherwise, you know, we were downgraded our credit rating, and the two reasons they gave over the last 20 years, so it cuts both ways, was leadership and fiscal responsibility, and we're not showing that at all right now. We're not showing either one of those, I'm afraid.
Are you saying, Congressman, that you are poised to vote against McCarthy and with Matt Gaetz?
I am. I'm poised to vote to remove him from speakership. I just think we're going to have, like I said, he's my friend. It's a tough decision. I prayed about it, and I have to go either with my conscience or go with my friend, the speaker, and my conscience has served me well these last 59 years. So I think I'm going to stick with my conscience, Maria.
Well, we know that this continuing resolution did not include more aid to Ukraine, but we are hearing these reports that Matt Gaetz is accusing McCarthy of making a secret side deal with Democrats. President Biden also suggested that the other day on Ukraine. McCarthy, however, pushed back on those allegations. Watch this.
Gaetz says that there was a deal made on Ukraine.
Really?
What
by
is he
who?
Talking about?
I have no idea.
And the president said something similar to that.
No.
Was there a deal at all?
You weren't there. There is no side deal going forward.
So he says there's no side deal, Congressman. What do you know about the money to Ukraine? People are sick and tired of spending all of this money, sending it to Ukraine, and we haven't seen any change in the wide open border in the United States.
Yes, ma'am. Well, the continued resolution didn't do anything to stop any of that flow, so the money is still continuing. there. And I don't know about any side deals or anything. I just know that the American public, I think, is kind of fed up with this. And if you saw any of it really didn't get any mainstream media play last night. I wish y'all would look into it. Is the corruption in Ukraine, and that's one of the holdups that we're afraid in the future with Ukraine that they're afraid of. I'm not. When you have the second most corrupt nation in Europe, and we give them over $114 billion basically unchecked, to me, that's a real problem.
Well, it is. That is just incredible. If you've got Kevin McCarthy being pushed out of the speakership, doesn't that put into question all of these investigations that he put into play? I mean, he launched the impeachment inquiry. He's got these committees, your committee, investigating charges of bribery for a sitting president. Hunter Biden is going to appear in a Delaware federal courtroom today. He's expected to plead not guilty on 3 felony charges. The New York Post is reporting on public records which show Hunter Biden's daughter, Naomi Biden, worked as a lawyer for the Peruvian government. She's working for Peru. Months after Joe Biden became president, I guess she's being paid for that. Again, more suggestions that this is total influence peddling, Congressman. What are you going to do about this investigation if you have a rudderless ship with no speaker?
I don't think that wouldn't stop it one bit. The committees will still go. Chairman Comer's still going. But you got to realize we have not yet subpoenaed Hunter Biden. And at this point, they'd already had Donald Trump Jr., I think, 3 times before one of these committees, if you play it back last year. So, when are we going to start taking the gloves off? This thing is just going on and on and on. And we stand.
Right.
We're going to end up like under Newt Gingrich when they went after Clinton. It's just going to play out so much the American public's going to grow weary of it. I think we need to go after it, pull the Band-Aid off, so to speak, and start putting our gloves on, because we are not doing that, in my opinion. I think we need to go after them full force.
Yeah, well, what about that? Why hasn't Hunter Biden been subpoenaed yet? Has this come up in your oversight meeting? Are you hearing pushback from leadership that they don't want to subpoena Hunter Biden?
Well, obviously, if it doesn't happen, it's because of leadership, Maria. As you've stated, they set the agenda. But I believe Chairman Comer is willing to do that. I would like to see that happen. I think that is a great question that you should ask leadership.
You mentioned Newt Gingrich. Newt Gingrich is out with an op-ed defending Kevin McCarthy. He says Gates obviously hates Speaker McCarthy. That's fine. Good old-fashioned feuds are acceptable behavior in the U.S. It's a tumultuous body. However, he does say that he's loudmouth junior member who attacked the speaker every day. He's rapidly isolating himself in a small group. What's your take on what happens next? I mean, do you think that that's responsible to have, a speaker pushed out and no idea about who's going to take the role? I mean, what happens then? Shouldn't Matt Gaetz have a plan?
Newt was responsible for basically removing the speaker that we had so he could be speaker. I don't know that he's my moral compass for anything, Maria. So I don't read editorials. So I guess that's my statement on that.
So you think Matt Gaetz wants to be the speaker?
No, ma'am. Matt Gaetz does not want to be speaker.
Okay.
I wouldn't wish that. I wouldn't step out of the electric chair to be Speaker of the House, ma'am. And Matt Gaetz definitely does not want to be speaker. I can tell you that.
Well, a lot of uncertainty, Congressman. We're going to watch it. And how does this play out in terms of the vote, in terms of the motion to vacate? When will we know more? Real quick.
2 days. 2 days. And I don't know what the Democrats will do, if they'll save Kevin McCarthy or not.
Got it. Congressman, good to see you. Tim Burchett, we will keep following all of your work.